Hyundai has assembled its standing on worth and value for the money. However, we'd contend that its plans are an overlooked supporter of the brand's fame. From the smooth Sonata of 10 years prior to the peculiar cleared-back Veloster hatchback, Hyundai's planned jumps might be all around as significant as its bountiful highlights and appealing costs. For a minimal SUV, the 2024 Hyundai Tucson is a striking leap. The Tucson, Hyundai's little hybrid SUV, was overhauled in 2022, and its entryways pop with lumps and wedges, and sharp lines reach out from the front ways to the back taillights. A wide slatted grille is supplemented by sectioned drove complement lights, and the rooftop tightens to the back for an energetic look. Energizing plan won't save a terrible vehicle, however, and luckily, the Tucson is certainly not an awful vehicle. It's spacious and agreeable, with great headroom in front and back pushes, a negligible and tasteful inside, and bountiful freight space that is among the cream of the crop. The Tucson's standard 4-chamber motor is agonizing, yet luckily an accessible turbocharged half-breed powertrain gives the Tucson a lot of punch in addition to an EPA-assessed 37 mpg enjoined driving. There's likewise a Tucson module mixture that we survey independently on Edmunds. The Tucson's wild style and adequate inside space make it a top thought among contenders like the Honda CR-V, Mazda CX-50, Nissan Rebel, and Toyota RAV4. Kia's Sportage, which is connected with the Tucson, is another magnificent pick. Make certain to peruse our master rating beneath to check whether the Hyundai Tucson is ideal for you. How does the Tucson drive? Tragically, the Tucson's motor battles to get the SUV going with power. In and out of town and on the parkway, it's all right to drive, yet on the off chance that you're in a rush, the laziness is clear. The Tucson advanced from 0 to 60 mph in 10.2 seconds during our testing, making it perhaps of the slowest hybrid we've estimated in some time. The remainder of the driving experience is unexceptional. We like the simple, direct guiding and the manner in which the Tucson stays made around corners. The transmission upshifts easily, however downshifts can feel sudden and unrefined when you rapidly crush the gas. How agreeable is the Tucson? The Tucson approaches extravagance-level quality with regards to comfort. It has a graceful suspension that gives a fantastic ride, and knocks and brakes in the street are retained quite well. It's among the best rides in the class. We tracked down the front seats on our restricted trim test vehicle to be phenomenal. They highlighted extravagant and strong pads shrouded in decent material and offered great sidelong help and power lumbar changes. We additionally value the degree of calm and protection gave while the Tucson's moving. It keeps commotion beyond the lodge out better compared to most opponents, and you would strain to hold a discussion or partake in the radio. In any event, when the breeze kicks up, how's the inside? Superb ergonomics and a wealth of inside space make the Tucson's lodge an extremely wonderful spot to be. The front seats offer a lot of room, and back travelers will actually want to extend their legs or lean back their seat. For drivers, it's not difficult to track down an agreeable and telling position. In addition to a huge windscreen and thin support points, consider extraordinary perceivability. We're less excited about the control course of action. Essentially, every element is controlled through the touchscreen or level, featureless buttons close by it that offer no criticism to the touch. It would be ideal to have a dial or regulator or some likeness thereof for individuals who would rather not arrive at constantly. The screen is additionally inclined to oily smear marks. There ought to be a superior way. How's the tech? The Tucson offers a sharp arrangement of innovation, includes that work rapidly, and feels super current, costing this much. Right off the bat, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard and show pleasantly on the accessible 10.25-inch touchscreen. In the event that you favor Hyundai's local framework, the route is not difficult to follow thanks to clear bearings and a distinctive guide that function admirably coupled. Another solid point is the voice initiation include which perceives orders well and doesn't compel you to follow explicit prompts as stringently as certain contenders. We additionally like the Tucson's arrangement of driver helps. The vulnerable side admonition framework is useful, and the versatile journey control works perfectly in bottleneck traffic. The front and back stopping sensors will assist with keeping you in the clear while stopping, yet their relentless signaling can turn into tiring. How's the stockpiling? You can throw a lot of stuff into the rear of a Tucson. Its capacity limit of 38.7 cubic feet behind the back seats is among the biggest for little SUVs. Overlay down the back seats, and you have 74.8 cubic feet available to you. The low lift-over and pleasant level floor ought to make it simple to pile up boxes on moving day, or presents during special times of year. The Lodge offers good measured spaces all through to hold your little things. The cup holders can hold bigger water bottles. Got little youngsters? Introducing a youngster seat is pretty much as simple as arriving at between the back pads to find the locks. The open secondary lounge ought to give a lot of space to even the most cumbersome back-confronting seats. How's the mileage? In all-wheel drive pretense, which is what we tried, the Tucson gets an EPA-assessed 25 mpg consolidated, 23 city, 28 expressway. This isn't awful, and our time in the driver's seat returned comparative numbers in blended city and roadway driving, demonstrating the rating holds up in certifiable use. In any case, the number misses the mark regarding the AWD models of the Honda CR-V and Nissan Rebel. We could likewise expect higher figures given the Tucson needs a lot of in the method of acceleration. Is the Tucson a decent worth? The Tucson's estimating is serious for the class and by and large lines up with what you'd pay for a Honda CR-V or Toyota RAV4. Be that as it may, Hyundai does one-up the opposition by giving you a lot of positive elements and incredible inside quality. The Lodge plan and materials are agreeable and intriguing at the cost and positively a stage above other reduced hybrid insides. Hyundai's fundamental guarantee of 5 years, 60,000 miles, and powertrain inclusion of 10 years, 100,000 miles likewise can't be bested. By and large, Tucson conveys incredible worth at plainly Hyundai had a good time fabricating the Tucson, the expressive outside plan and heaps of fascinating tech highlights. For example, stowed-away headlights, imaginative touchscreen menus, and its remote-controlled stopping framework. Make that understood. At last, however, these viewpoints put on a show of being extravagant, good to beat all a standard cake. The Tucson is hamstrung by a languid motor that causes it to feel like an errand to drive, and the transmission can be inconvenient except if driven for greatest effectiveness. The Tucson captivates everyone, and there is a great deal to like about its abundance of standard elements. In any case, it misses the mark concerning arriving at amusing to drive status in our book.